My target audience has changed since the beginning of my research. Two major changes have taken place. One is that the target age has moved from 19 to 17 years old. This is because, in my audience feedback and further research, they have suggested that my film should be aimed at 17 to 18-year-olds, as the content is too mild for an older target audience, and would probably not interest them as much as a younger audience would. Also, because of the age change, my target audience are not at university, but probably in further education, such as sixth form or college, or in a part-time job. This still attracts the same class of people as I expected to attract before, the working or middle class, but just targets a lower age range.
Jess is a 17-year-old girl currently in sixth form at her local upper school. She chose ICT, media, English language and early history as her A-level subjects. She decided this was a good decision, considering she wants to study media at university. She feels studying is important to her to reach her target career as a media teacher. In her spare time, she likes to go horse riding and socialise with her friends. She doesn't go to the cinema often. She would rather rent a film and watch it with her friends on a night in. Her preferred genre of film would be horror. She likes films such as Scream and Saw. She has a part-time job in a supermarket which earns her money to get through her education. She's very much into fashion and reads weekly gossip magazines such as More. She also uses Facebook and YouTube.
My next profile isn't totally my target audience. I aimed my film at a female audience to begin with, but it could still appeal to a male audience. Matt is 17 and is studying at his local college. He's taken a 2-year course in photography. He chose photography as he really wanted to specialise as a journalist. He is planning to study journalism at university and continue it as a career. In his spare time, he continues with his photography and takes interest in music. He is also currently taking driving lessons and will hopefully take his test soon. He chooses to watch a film at home, but not at the cinema, and when he does watch a film, he usually watches it alone. He prefers horror films, which do not ruin the plot right away, but keep you on the edge of your seat. He owns a Canon DSLR, which is one of his favourite possessions. He usually uses Photoshop to edit his photography because he also owns a Mac, which allows for better editing. My target audience would enjoy my film, mainly due to the content and the use of enigma codes. The audience would get gratification from the use of cliffhangers that keep them in suspense and remain typical of a horror film. Also, at the very beginning of my opening, we see an establishing shot which introduces the setting of the film. This is also traditional of a horror genre and allows the audience to make that connection. Also, my target audience would most likely prefer the mild content, seeing as my film is mainly aimed at females. A gruesome and graphic content may not appeal to them. The main character in my opening will also relate to my target audience, and allow them to feel emotion towards her as they begin to relate to her throughout the film.